I had been looking at since I got here in Arizona. I've been here 7 years from Chicago now. Um, I look at the freedom flights, and it seems like the same people from Arizona would go to the freedom flight to the White House. I watched Obama and Clinton's, Donald Trump's people that he invited. And I said that I wanted to be the first black vet to go on a freedom flight to the White House, but I wanted to be invited. But I guess I have to wait until it's a black lady president. Maybe she'll remember that I called shotgun to go to the White House as far as the first black man in Arizona to go vet to go on a freedom flight to the White House because it is it is really something else up here. It's just it seems like it's 10 years behind time in thinking of people here than it is in Chicago. I don't know. Maybe Chicago is the melting pot, but yeah, it seems like the same people be going covered up with blankets and stuff. Probably sleep there and sleep at the White House with no motivation and enthusiasm to tell what they seen and where they went. And I know I probably would be um, talking forever about it, but it's not that I've not been anywhere. I've been all kind of places and all kind of cities, but it just seemed like that was really a profound thing to ask and be accepted as the first black man to go on a freedom flight from Arizona. I think the black pilots, Tuskegee, I can't think of their name, and I'm really sorry about that. Um, I've seen them at the White House or something, um, but I don't know. It's just something else up here. I guess they'll come around in their own time, but. Yeah, I just wanted to be the first black man to go on a freedom flight to the White House. It it just sounds good, don't it? It has a role, but I see I might not go on the right freedom flight leaving here. It might not be no connecting flights. So sure, I don't know. I might just open the door and throw me out because I sure be talking about uh, things that ain't right here. I had came up with an invention, and nobody took it. George Foreman makes me mad too. I watched kids drown for 5 years, seven now, up here. Um, my idea was to sew a chip in their clothes. When it gets wet, your AT&T alarm goes off. Fire department is called. Your mother-in-law, baby's mama, right away. You don't even have to do CPR. As soon as it gets wet, it could be a Comic-Con bracelet, or it could be just a chip in their clothes, like granimals or whatever. Soon as it get wet, it sends a signal to your phone, your fire department, the mother or father. But see, up here, this town, my opinion, had got so strung out on opiates. Every time I see on the TV, they say the kid was just right here. Nobody ever, none of the parents ever went to jail or had the other kids removed from the house. I've seen 14 or 15 kids drown in swimming pools. And on the news, if you live here, that's how it seems to me. If you live here, they said, sorry, it was really a tragedy. Let me, I don't have any kids. If I had some kids and I was from Chicago and I moved up here and I had two kids and one drowned, DCF is coming to get that kid. I'm going to be tested for drugs, and they're going to know why that kid was in the swimming pool and where were you at? Were you on a computer or were you nodding off on Percocets? None of that. None of that ever came up. The parents should have been tested for drugs, and it's not the Phoenix police fault. The parents should have been tested for drugs. DCF should have came in there and seen the history of what's been going on in that house. None of that. None of that. And man, it's just something else. To say something else about the kids, and I don't want to ramble on. A black girl left her kid in the car, and she was going on a job interview. And somebody said she left her kid in the car. She come out and they show a picture of her crying and stuff. It was a good Samaritan gave her $100 and some thousand. They told that girl, you're gonna put some money in the trust fund, which I would have did, and you're gonna do this and do that. But nobody can tell you what to do with a gift. But what it wasn't sanctioned to give her no money. And maybe it was a new rich person in Phoenix, and they didn't like it. But you cannot tell, I don't judge police or any, if somebody gives you a gift, even the person that gave you the gift probably can tell you what to do with it. And common sense would tell you to be on TV saying how grateful you are, have an itemized list of how it changed your life. You got the 100 and some thousand, and she didn't put it in there. They made her go back through drug probation from her previous history. She didn't go to looking for no job on drugs, and she wasn't on drugs when she came out, and they arrested her. But see, that's how Phoenix is. They found a way to get all of that money back. Gave her lifetime probation. Can you imagine every time she go to probation? It's probably $150. I don't know how much it is. Lifetime probation. And it just goes to show you that how blacks are treated up here. I don't stand for it. You can't. I don't stand for none of that. It ain't me. I'm just looking at other people. But she was uneducated, ignorant, because she had bought her boyfriend a recording studio. And she was talking about going to Paris and got a little Paris shirt on. You know, she was real stupid. I would have put my money in trust fund like them people told me, and been on TV every day saying how grateful I was, because I would have been. But yeah, lifetime probation. And so I bet you that girl with all her friends and with all the stuff she going through, she broke. But then a white lady left her kid in the car and went shopping for 2 hours and came out and got a misdemeanor. Nothing happened to him. See, I don't put up with that shit, and I will say something about it. But anyway, I got to eat right now. All right.